The Indiana Pacers beat the Dallas Mavericks by a final score of 134-127, now 2-0 against the teams that were in the NBA Finals last season. All the Pacers' best players showed up. Tyrese Haliburton with a big bounce-back performance, Myles Turner dominating in his hometown, Pascal Siakam with his usual reliable self. Really solid game from the Pacers, probably the most complete game that they have played so far. They're now 3-0 when they win the rebounding battle this season. And this game was really critical. 76 points in the paint, just relentless in their pursuit of getting to the basket inside as close as they could get, with lots of easy buckets to get the Pacers the W in this one. Let's get to the grades. Tyrese Haliburton with an A in this game. Really fantastic performance. A real return to form for him in this one. 25 points, 12 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, a block. 10 for 16 from the floor. Still struggling to find his three-point shot at only 2 for 8, but 8 for 8 inside the arc. Really relentless pursuit of the basket. Had an impressive finish to end the first half. That was kind of a drive that we haven't seen from him a lot in a while. Really good to see how often he went towards the rim, attacking the basket, looking for contact, drew some fouls. Still struggling to make his free throws for whatever reason, but a really great performance from Tyrese in this one. Defensive effort continues to show up this season, despite the offensive slow start. I thought he really had a momentum shifting block in the third quarter where Klay Thompson had got it going. He had done a little too small, rock the baby, rock the cradle after hitting a 3 over Andrew Nembhard. And then the next possession, Tyrese blocked Thompson on a 3-point attempt where the Pacers were running zone. And that kind of took him out of his rhythm where it looked like it might have been one of those classic Klay Thompson hot streaks to get the Mavs going. His playmaking continues to pick up after a slow start to begin the season. He's now averaging 21 potential assists and over 32 points created from assists in the last 3 games. Really, really good stuff to see. Hopefully we continue to see that kind of attacking the basket, spraying it out if he's not getting those layups at the rim. Myles Turner was dominant in his hometown of Dallas. Gave him an A+ in this game. No other grade to give him. 30 points, 11 rebounds, 1 steal, a block, a couple turnovers, 5 for 8 from 3, +9 in his 33 minutes. There's got to be some way to get him some kind of AI contact lenses so he thinks he's in the American Airlines Center in Dallas for every road game, because this was just incredible. Just the ultimate amount of confidence, super aggressive, no hesitation whenever he had an open look. One point in the third quarter, he had a couple big threes. The first one he took after it was a trail 3 where he even took a dribble before taking the 3, something you rarely see from Myles Turner in those kind of situations. Just awesome, awesome stuff. He had a big dunk over Luka to get him started, that Luka foolishly tried to get his team to challenge, and then the Mavs didn't have a challenge for the rest of the game. Rebounding, big stuff for Myles with 11 boards. He talked about how Rick Carlisle and Lloyd Pierce have been getting on him about trying to focus more of his attention on the defensive end on trying to get those rebounds. I thought in this game maybe that kind of meant like he wasn't going for as many blocks in this game, that he wasn't as likely to get, and instead focused on kind of boxing out his man and getting those misses. Paid big dividends in this game. Really, really good stuff to see from Myles, especially after a slow start to begin the season. Ben Mathurin with another excellent performance in this game. I gave him a B+. He continues to kind of rise to the occasion in the fourth quarter, where he scored 11 of his 16 points, also adding 7 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, 7 for 13 from the floor, plus 13 in his 32 minutes. Just big moments throughout that fourth quarter. Kind of seemed like it started with Najee Marshall maybe getting into it with him. Not sure if he called Ben soft, but he called somebody on the Pacers soft, and then Mathurin kind of went on his streak right after that. Big sequence. Ben Shepherd committed a turnover. Ben got Luka to miss a layup in transition on the next possession, grabs the rebound, goes space coast to coast all the way down the floor. Could have been an and one, scores. Then on the next possession, Kyrie misses a 3. Obi Toppin leaks out on the miss. Mathurin grabs the rebound, throws a perfect pass to him across the court. Quick 4-0 run gives the Pacers a 4-point lead, forces a Mavs timeout. Later in the fourth, he kind of had his own version of a no, 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 yes kind of moment. We talk about Ben kind of needing to work on making quicker decisions with the basketball. He catches the ball in front of the Pacers bench, kind of sizes Luka up, gives him a jab step, gives him another jab step, another one, and then just pulls up and drains the three, nothing but net, right in his face. That kind of put the Pacers up 7. And really like pushing that lead to a 3-possession lead in that moment was critical. Just really awesome, fun stuff from Ben throughout this fourth quarter. Really had fun kind of trash talking Luka. Had another possession where he drove by him and got an and-one basket at the rim. His rebounding continues to stand out, just getting higher than everybody else on the floor. Defensively, he started the game with the toughest assignment guarding Luka. Kind of fell for a pump fake early, got into a little bit of fouls, but kind of learned his lesson. He didn't fall for that a ton more in the rest of the game. Solid stuff, all things considered. He was one of many guys that kind of had to deal with Luka in this game. Yeah, great performance from Ben, especially in that fourth. Pascal Siakam with another solid game for the Indiana Pacers. 23 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 turnover, 10 for 16 from the floor, 1 for 2 from 3, plus 16, a team high in his 36 minutes. Gave an A- in this game. He just feels like Mr. Reliable. I feel like I'm taking him for granted a little bit because he's just been so consistent, unlike much of the team so far this year. Repeatedly took advantage of the Mavericks' smaller defenders in the post. Got a lot of timely buckets or assists out of the post. Hit Myles for a dunk one time. Hit Obi for a layup. Just a steady presence that the Pacers can go to anytime they kind of get into a rut offensively where they know, okay, we need a bucket, we need to calm down. Let's give it to Pascal in the mid post, let him work. And he did that over and over again in this game. TJ McConnell was his usual self. I gave him a B in this game. 12 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, a steal, a block, 1 turnover. He was 6 for 10 from the floor, -5 in his 20 minutes. Pair of kind of some of his best defensive plays that I've seen him make as kind of an on-ball defender, not just kind of those sneaky steals in the backcourt. 2 awesome plays against Kyrie Irving. One where the Pacers had to review to get the play overturned, but just a perfectly timed, clean block where he ripped the ball out of Kyrie's left hand as he was about to go up for a shot. And then another one later in that same quarter, I believe, where he got a steal and got a transition opportunity for the Pacers. Great stuff from TJ on that end in that sequence. Kyrie did get him some in the second half as he kind of got it going a little bit, but really good stuff there. He kind of had a poor decision to end the first quarter where he took a quick mid-range jumper where the Pacers could have just basically wasted almost the entire time to ensure the Mavs didn't get another shot at the end of the quarter. Missed a mid-range jumper, kind of got his own rebound, but then just took it again and missed it again. So not the greatest decision there, but you kind of live with that. That is TJ's shot. Had many timely, tough baskets. One layup in the fourth that gave the Pacers a lead early on in that period that I still don't know how he kind of squeezed in past 2 guys and just squeezed it right onto the backboard and into the basket. Classic stuff from TJ. Loved his moment with Myles at the end in the post-game interview where he kind of tips his cowboy hat and said, good job, partner. Good stuff from TJ in this one. Good to have Andrew Nembhard back in this one. I gave him a B-, kind of a little bit quiet, but some key moments. 11 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 4 for 9 from the floor, +7 in his 29 minutes. Responsible for the first 5 points of the game for the Pacers with a deep 3, and then an assist to Pascal where he pushed the pace a little bit. Just timely contributions. Kept the Pacers ahead with a couple baskets in the third. Had a basket with 5:37 left when the game was tied that kind of started the critical run where the Pacers pushed the lead to 8 and 10. Basically the go-ahead basket because the Mavs never got close after that. I thought he played solidly defensively anytime he was on Kyrie. Solid stuff from Nembhard. Good to have him back, especially with Nesmith now dealing with that ankle sprain. Obi Toppin with a B in this game. 11 points, 2 assists, and 6 rebounds. 5 for 8 from the floor. -8 in his 24 minutes. He had some really nice, tough, acrobatic finishes at the rim. A few up and unders. Continues to just be the defense down the floor. For transition baskets, we talked about the one earlier where he leaked out on the Kyrie miss and got the basket from Ben on the full court pass. Just continues to make those early seals on smaller defenders in the paint, giving the Pacers an easy option early in the shot clock. Don't have a ton to add about Obi in this game. I thought he was solid. Jarace Walker with a B- in this game, scored 3 points, added 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 turnover in his 14 minutes. The Pacers played the Mavericks even in those minutes, the only Pacer to come off the bench that was not in the negatives in plus-minus. I thought he was the best Pacers defender at kind of staying on his feet while trying to guard Luka. Did not fall for the pump fakes like almost every other person that tried to guard him did. Did commit some fouls there, but it's kind of he's being over aggressive trying to get back into a play, and then Luka would kind of bait him into a foul. Things that happened continues to be great experience for Walker. I thought he's performed well in the last couple games defensively against challenging opponents like Brandon Ingram and Luka Doncic. Assisted on a pair of 3-pointers in the first half. Drove into the lane, found Pascal for 1. Pass was a little off target, but Pascal did gather it and hit, and then found Ben Shepherd for a perfect one where he attacked a closeout and then hit Ben across the court for an assist. He does seem like he's a little hesitant offensively right now, a little too cautious of kind of making mistakes, maybe worried about getting pulled for doing something wrong. But overall, like, he contributed on the glass. He found ways to contribute without scoring a ton. Did hit a key 3, playing solid defense, like good stuff from Jarace Walker in this one. Ben Shepherd just gave a C in this game, pretty quiet. 3 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 2 turnovers. Had some trouble dealing with the craftiness of Luka. No surprise, that can be a very challenging task. Had a bad turnover in the fourth where he probably should have let a 3 fly. Really, though, just focus on that Pelicans game because that was an A+ performance. 11 3-point attempts for Shepherd. If he can be a guy who can just let it rip with that much confidence at every chance he gets and really become that movement shooter that the Pacers have missed since Buddy Hield left, and add more defense than Buddy could have left on that end, like that's a huge thing, a huge development for the Pacers. You want to continue to see him to be that confident as he was in the Pelicans game where he scored 20 points and got a career high.
iPacers.com. This is the theme song for iPacers.com. iPacers.com. This is the theme song for iPacers.com. iPacers.com. This is the theme song for iPacers.com.